this is a short video just to explain the ins and outs of business A-level and really get you to appreciate what it's all about. So let's go. Okay, so first we'll be looking at, just make it clear here that you'll be looking at real life organizations. The business A-level is built on real life businesses that you have heard of: Spotify, Thomas Cook, H&M and Starbucks. The idea of the course is to take you on a journey from the very beginning, from looking at the business idea from the beginning to then developing that into a national business and then into a multinational organization that is able to succeed in multi countries. And you'd be pleased to know that once you get onto that journey and you become in a position to set up your own business, that you will be getting more out of it than you ever expected. 80% of young entrepreneurs said the experience of being an entrepreneur is better than expected, and that is the case within the course too. Just to make this clear here is what we're all about is taking you from an ideas person into a successful business person that knows how to take the idea in a practical way to become incredibly successful. But it's all down to the individual how you take this course, in terms of will you use it as someone to get an insight into organizations and then work for large organizations, or will you be that entrepreneur that takes the first step? We give you enough information and knowledge to be able to make the decision on where you would like to join on the journey. Where would you like to start? Would you like to start from the beginning and you want to start your own startup business? Or are you the type of person that is going to want to start with a well-developed and established multinational? It helps you decide your future, and it helps you understand exactly what businesses are aiming for. Just a quick overview of the course. We set off with the startup by looking at market research, sources of finance. This is really about getting the business off the ground, making sure you have adequate funding to make your dream a reality. And then moving on, we look at marketing. So that involves things such as getting your product out there in terms of distribution, appropriate pricing, and really making sure you've got the right product. Then we develop that further, and as the business starts to grow, it starts employing people. We talk about leadership and how you develop people appropriately. Then financial management, where you're really thinking about the long-term financial plans for your business. And then the next topic, the final topic of year one, is looking at managing factors such as managing costs and quality. In year two, we start to look at a wider sense of business, the impact it can have on governments and economies, and we look at how businesses grow into multiple countries, how you ensure that success, and how you avoid failure. We look at many companies like Nokia, Kodak that have failed, and how you as an organization can prevent that from happening and learn from their mistakes. Okay, now that's the general overview. In terms of the lessons and how we run things in the build-up to assessment and exams, we very much focus on making the lessons very appropriate for the exams and for life. So in the exams, you're going to be looking at real businesses, real problems, and be finding solutions to those problems. So we do the same within lessons. We look at real businesses, real problems, and you develop real solutions based on the things that you've learned. And we build learning through a very competitive environment, through lots of quizzing, with competition with students. You're working in pairs there, and you develop a good understanding of your peers in your class and of the content. But yeah, very competitive environment there with lots of debate also, particularly on topics such as business ethics and rights and wrongs. You'll also be pleased to know that we've gone on plenty of trips. We've been on trips to companies like UK Fast in Manchester. I've also been to Alton Towers, where we looked into the investments into Alton Towers rides, in terms of how they choose rides and how they expand their theme parks. I've also been to Chester Zoo, Manchester University. We've done various competitions in those for those organisations. In terms of careers, well, we will equip you to work within any organization, because any employer will value an individual who knows the purpose of the business, that knows their role within the business, and is able to see beyond their own impact, to see what the business and the direction of the business is, where it's going. More specifically, however, you can get careers within these areas, such as financial advisor, digital marketing, where you'd be involved in types of social media, finding out how people live their lives, what they spend their time doing, what their hobbies are, and then using that in a business sense to set up adverts and communicate with people. You may be an individual that wants to get in human resources, where you manage recruitment and pay and training of staff. Or you may get involved after doing this course in general management, where you will manage individuals within the likes of supermarkets, and really looking out for them in a wider sense. And that's a more multitasking type role, where you're involved in various parts of the business. Or you may want to get into events management after doing this course. After doing the course, you'll be able to look into areas such as hospitality sector or music industry, and managing those key businesses to be successful within their events. Okay, now the final thing I want to talk to you about is the challenge. And this challenge I want you to do over the summer is basically to think of something that you really enjoy, a hobby that you're really into, and then I want you to develop to look at that area and choose a business that you're really interested in. Then I want you to think about the products and services that they provide, and from that I want you to adapt their products and services to suit a country of your choice. So you're thinking of something you enjoy, you are looking at what businesses do to provide for those people like you, and then you are adapting what they do to suit a country of your choice. Could be India, France, Spain, Australia. Your choice. Develop something new, and then email me your responses at the email address on the screen there. Okay, that's just a very quick show of what we do in business. Hopefully, you've got a better understanding now than you had earlier. Thank you.